Here's a pair of NPCs for your next session. Meet Jean and Jean Applebottom, twin halflings that work as cobblers in town. The Applebottom Jeans, as they're better known, are working on a new line of boots made with a mysterious fur. For this particular boot, the fur seems to have magical properties that make the wearer punch the floor on which they are standing and then get low, low, low. The problem is, it's a wild magic of some sort, and the lowering condition changes randomly. Some examples they've seen are the boots lowering the mood of the wearer, allowing them to limbo more effectively, or in some cases, lowering them straight through the ground. If the party consults with the Applebottom Jeans, they will be asked to further investigate the mystery of the fur, and why it's causing these side effects. Side quests could include finding the supplier of the fur, fetching different fur to use in the boots, or coming up with a different product for the Applebottoms to sell. What other side quests can you think of for this duo, and what's up with the fur? Let us know in the comments.
Here's an NPC for your campaign. Bronan the Barbrarian is a muscle-bound intellectual. Once upon a time, he's part of a nomadic tribe that would brave the wilds, seeking out danger and combat at every turn. Recently, however, he has left his rowdy tribe and instead joined a book club, reading and discussing the stories of heroes rather than trying to live that life himself. He has found good, honest work, too, in the city library. He restocks bookshelves, climbing them with ease, and uses his barbarian danger sense to know if a book has been improperly cataloged. Unfortunately, his piece is under attack. Recently, books have been returning to the library with their last 15 pages ruthlessly torn out. Townsfolk are frustrated they can't read the endings of their favorite romances. Wizards are annoyed they can't refer to an index to know where to find the spell pages they're seeking. If this behavior continues, the library may need to shutter itself for good. Bronan thinks he knows who's responsible for this, a rival group of barbarians and thieves known appropriately as the Vandals, who are seeking revenge on the poor barbarian. What would your party do to recover the missing pages and restore Bronan's new peaceful way of life? Lay a trap? Find a way to track down the Vandals? Maybe even rewrite the endings of the books themselves? Let us know in the comments.
Here's an NPC for your next session. Meet Chris Gemsworth, a Goliath barbarian with an interesting occupation. See, Chris opened up a shop in town that buys and sells rare gems, which Chris appraises himself, called Rags and Rocks. Every day, he makes the trip from his cabin in the woods to his little shop to sit on a stool and look at gems. He also hunts for these stones using his keen mole's near sense, which alerts him to the presence of moles in the area. They guide him to opals, emeralds, and other unique gems. When the party meets him, he's a few gems away from finishing a legendary item he's calling the Gauntlet of Limitlessness. It doesn't do anything interesting, but the right arrangement of rare stones on the knuckles might unlock some hidden power. Some side quests Chris Gemsworth might give to the party include finding the rest of the stones, going on a trek to Stargaze, or extracting his forgettable, less handsome brother Luke from a nearby mine that he's now returned from. What other side quests might Chris Gemsworth send the party on, and what happens when the gauntlet is complete?
Share this encounter with your DM. Area bards have been plagued with a curse, and it's driving them and their audiences crazy. Whilst in the middle of playing their tavern tunes, the bards are suddenly struck with the urge to interrupt themselves and say, "This performance has been brought to you by the terrifying Ray the Shadow Legend." What follows is a 5-minute monologue recounting the dastardly deeds of Ray before the bards get control of their bodies again. If players investigate the strange affliction, they'll find their way to confront the man of legend himself. Ray, the Shadow Legend, is a powerful blackguard who's frustrated that no one has heard of him. Therefore, he has taken matters into his own hands to spread word of his greatness. To remove his curse from the realm, the party must defeat Ray in battle, while inside his secret shadowy pocket dimension, the Scare Space. He's a challenging foe, not only because of his armor and weapons, but because he wears a charm around his neck called a Ward VPN. This item makes it harder to locate Ray and land a melee attack. Would your party try to resolve this situation, or just endure endless sponsorships for the remainder of the campaign? Let us know in the comments.